Greetings, it's Executive Ostrich. Tonight we will be diving into the Webkinz Iceberg. For those who don't know what Webkinz is, allow me, a Zoomer, to proudly explain. Webkinz is a game that connects plush animals to flash games. The concept was great for kids because it gave their stuffed animal a virtual life. It was immensely popular in the early to mid 2000s and reflects that time period in kids' entertainment. This Iceberg was made by Reddit user Problematic Periwinkle Plum, so let's dive in paw first. Rare items. I'm assuming these are just items you can only buy from the curio shop? Webkinz Day. This is April 29th and celebrates Webkinz.com's anniversary. You can get a trophy and other goodies if you log in on this day. Crown of Wonder, in the words of my boy Artifact. If you collect all 30 gems, click on your crown to trade in for the legendary Crown of Wonder. Exclusive items. These are typically the items you receive in the Wish Factory, adopting a pet, or through trading. You can't purchase them anywhere. Webkinz Killer. This was a theory where Dr. Quack killed Webkinz at night in his clinic. There were also similar theories surrounding the black box glitch, Miss Birdie, and other Webkinz. I personally have a theory that this Webkinz trading card image sparked these rumors. The title of the card is actually Kinsville Caper, indicating some type of mystery, and Dr. Quack holds in a conveniently placed platter. Also, incidentally enough, this card was a part of Series 1. Guess when that was released? 2007. Guess when the height of the rumors were? Also 2007. But I mean, if I mistook that thing as a chainsaw, then I can't be the only one. Code Shop. The Code Shop is pretty self-explanatory. It's a place where you redeem Zum, Maze and Hamster, community codes, and other codes that aren't pet codes. E-Store. The Gans E-Store is a place where players can buy the best items and virtual pets. You can only get E-Store points through buying them and special promos. The Gans E-Store is located within the W Shop and on the Gans E-Store website. Books. I'm assuming this is referring to the books sold within the W Shop. Some of these classics include Does the Cage Singo Sing, An Air of Mystery, and The Best of Plumpy. Lil'kins. Lil'kins are the smaller versions of regular pets. Curio Shop. The Curio Shop is where you can hunt for gems, and where you can find rare items not sold at the W Shop. Zumware. Zumware is Gans's attempt at the Fairly Odd Parents, and allows you to take care of your Zums you adopted, and to take pictures of Zums to get prizes. KinzChat Plus. The rooms in the clubhouse and the park that have KinzChat Plus allow players to type chat rather than having pre-written responses and phrases. Deluxe Membership. Deluxe Membership was introduced around the 2009-2010 era, and is the premium subscription service for Webkinz. Going Deluxe unlocks games, activities, and many extras. Floaty Clicky Events. This is exactly what it sounds like. These events consist of an item or a character floating across your screen, and you click on it to get a prize. These tend to be medallion events and map collection events. Webkinz app. The Webkinz Classic app launched around 2017. The app is similar to the desktop version with the exclusion of the clubhouse and most daily activities. Gans also has separate apps for Webkinz Next, Zingo's Pop, Cash Cow, and Goober's Lab. The game-only apps range from 99 cents to $2.99. Kinsville. Kinsville is the fictional city where Webkinz takes place. Kinztunes. I'm assuming this is referring to the Pet of the Month songs Gans made around 2009 to 2011. These can be found in the Music Stars section of Webkinz or YouTube for some legit bops. Clinic. I'm pretty sure this is Dr. Quack's clinic we're talking about. The clinic was started in 2005 and it retired around 2015. This is where you used to bring Webkinz when they got sick. It eventually came back in 2021 as a room in the clubhouse. Mayor of Kinsville. The mayor role was introduced around 2015, and it was meant to teach kids about voting. Gans. Gans is the company that owns Webkinz. Magical Forest. The Magical Forest is where you can collect charms, keys, stars, and figurines. Digital-only pets. You can get digital-only pets through e-store points, medallions, and special promotions. Free accounts / account expiration. Your account full membership expires 1 year after you adopted your last pet. This will make your account a free account. On a free account, what you can do on Webkinz is very limited. Webkinz X. Oh boy, what a doozy. Let me get into this. Webkinz X is an update that occurred on the website in 2015 that is often cited as the update that broke Webkinz. This is because many items that had worked previously don't work anymore. This is the update where the W shop and the things to do design had changed. Quizzies. Quizzies Question Corner is a place where players can answer trivia questions on various subjects. Webkinz Next. Webkinz Next is a sequel to the original Webkinz that no one asked for. It's another 3D type game and uses Beanie Baby knockoffs as pets. Miss Birdie. Miss Birdie runs the adoption clinic in Webkinz. She is also apparently in a relationship with Dr. Quack. Webkinz social media accounts. Gant has several social media accounts to promote the eStore in Webkinz. This could also be referring to Kinstagram, where people have Instagram accounts dedicated to Webkinz. And Webkinz News. Webkinz News is the companion site to Webkinz Classic and provides news and fun events surrounding Webkinz. Webkinz Studio. When you buy the Movie Studio pack in the W shop, you can access Webkinz Studio, where you can make movies with actors, scenes, and music of your choice. Here's a film that I made trying to be edgy. Build Your Own Kinsville update. This update occurred around 2015 and replaces the old map function. You were able to move around buildings to make your own map. Kinz clips. Kinz clips were the tiny pets that you could clip onto a backpack. They had a code that would unlock somewhere. Webkinz charms. Webkinz charms were literally just jewelry charms of Webkinz. They also came with a feature code. Milk Cat. The Milk Cat is an orange and white cat that gets its nickname from this infamous Twitter meme. I'll let the meme speak for itself. Webkinz Mini Golf. This was a game in the arcade where you could play online mini golf. The game retired in 2019, and the reasons for retirement are unknown. Miss Birdie's Makeover. Ironically enough, I actually pointed this out in another Webkinz video I did. Have a look for yourself. Miss Birdie probably got a nip and a tuck. Host's full names. Ones that are less known include Plumpy E. Hippo, Goober Hausenpfeffer, and Miss Emily Birdie. Woodland Wonders figurines. In the Woodland Wonders section of the Magical Forest, you can collect figurines and they can be displayed on your pet. Wacky Zingos plush. Have a look for yourself. Webkinz Stadium. This is the place where Webkinz can compete and win prizes in beauty, cooking, and running. Recipes. Recipes are when you combine 3 or 5 food items in a blender, stove, or sandwich maker, and it produces something other than gunk. There are also clothing recipes when you combine 3 pieces of clothing in the clothing machine at the KinzStyle outlet. Webkinz Clothes. Back in the day, Gans would sell the IRL version of online clothing for plush pets. These would come with a feature code to unlock a KinzStyle shop piece of clothing in the game. Webkinz Trading Cards. These were Gans's whack, no pun intended, at the trading cards frenzy. According to the Webkinz wiki, the cards fall under a few categories. These include Webkinz deck cards, challenge cards, Curio Shop curiosities, and Webkinz doodles. Series 2 added W tails, snapshots, and at paw level. You could also get trading card themed prizes and even pet codes. Hamsters. Hamsters were initially pets linked to the game Maze and Hamsters. Since Maze and Hamsters' retirement, it is just a regular pet to adopt through the code shop and will not count as a pet to make a free account have full account privileges. KinzStyle Shop. The KinzStyle Shop is run by Persephone, the same one who appears in the Supermodels game. Her deluxe-only shop supposedly has couture pieces for a lot more kinzcash, although her shop hasn't been updated in a while. KinzStyle Outlet. The KinzStyle Outlet is where regular folk web can go shopping for clothing. It is run by PJ Colley and is home to the clothing machine. Today's activities. This is a place in Webkinz where there are extra daily activities going on. Some favorite events include balloon darts, the big button of kinzcash, the jelly bean challenge, Webkinz quick draw, and the coupon machine. Kinzville Academy Diploma. When you complete all 6 of the core classes, you receive a diploma from Miss Caroline. Badges. Badges are awarded when certain tasks are completed. These can include getting 5 moonberries in Jumbleberry Fields and adopting a horse. Tournament Arena. This is the place where Webkinz can compete in game tournaments to win extra kinzcash. You can also play 2-player games to compete against friends or random people. Rockers. This is a line of Webkinz that are Rockstar themed. According to Webkinz Wiki, you can also get an exclusive challenge, stadium rock items, and a Rockers themed outfit. Podkinz. Podkinz is the podcast started by Webkinz staff members to show new features of the game and talk about Webkinz related news. 2011 commercial. In 2011, Webkinz made a commercial that asked the question, what is the coolest thing about Webkinz? Wish Factory. The Webkinz Wish Factory is a place where you deposit your wish tokens and you can get prizes once you get up to 10 wish tokens. Webkinz theme song. The Webkinz theme song was created in 2005 and plays in various areas of Webkinz. I will sing it in the D major variety. Dr. Quack's Twitter account. Dr. Quincy Quack does indeed have a Twitter account. Here's my favorite tweet from his account. Unsolved recipes. Webkinz releases a certain number of recipes meant to be solved, and some go unsolved. The most recent one that Kinzcourt is attempting to solve is the Whirl-O-Whisk, which is a Megastove recipe. Webkinz Jr. Webkinz Jr. is the first failed spin-off of Webkinz geared towards 3 to 6-year-olds. Based on some footage I found of the game, it seems to be more of a fun educational tool than a game. Webkinz mouse pads. Webkinz mouse pads are exactly what they sound like, and they came with the feature code. Maze and Hamsters. As I mentioned earlier, when you adopted a hamster, you would get access to Maze and Hamsters, the 3D adventure game surrounding hamsters. The game was retired in 2015, most likely due to glitches. Amazing World. The Amazing World seems to be a 3D type game similar to Maze and Hamsters, except without the hamsters. The gameplay seems to fit the superhero adventure type game. Webkinz Body Spritz. These were glittery, scented body sprays similar to the ones sold at Claire's, only these ones came with Webkinz feature codes. Broken items. Broken items typically refer to the items that were either not fully animated or stopped functioning properly. Webkinz ornaments. Back in the day, Webkinz actually used to sell Christmas ornaments that came with a secret code. Adventure Park. The Adventure Park is where you go to complete quests. You need to adopt an adventure pet for one long quest, or you need a deluxe membership for small daily quests. Code reselling culture. This tends to be the most common on Discord or Facebook. People will buy pet codes in bulk during sales and resell them when it becomes more valuable to make a profit. The majority I've seen in the groups that I'm in seem to be reliable sellers. However, there are also a fair share of scammers. Webkinz gift bags. Gans actually still sells Webkinz gift bags on Amazon. Webkinz School Essentials Kit. Gans also still sells this on Amazon if you want to take notes in a Webkinz notebook. Site Tour. The Webkinz YouTube channel has the 2005 site tour video and the Webkinz X site tour video. I'm not exactly sure which site tour this is referring to. Community managers. These are Gans employees whose role is to interact with fans. Notable ones include Mandy Webkinz, Michael Webkinz, Steve Webkinz, and Sally Webkinz. W Shop game. The W Shop sold items where mini-games could be accessed. These include pool, air hockey, jigsaw puzzles, and many more. Webkinz Cares. Webkinz Cares was a program set up by Gans where $1 of pet sales would go towards their nonprofit, the Webkinz Foundation. You could also get 5 tries to play the Webkinz Cares game, similar to the big button of kinzcash where you can win prizes by pushing a button. Travel agency. When the vacation island first opened, you had to visit Debbie Dragon at the travel agency to purchase a ticket to the vacation island. This was removed a few years back when the vacation island was made deluxe only. Webkinz Friends. Webkinz Friends was essentially the Webkinz version of Farming Frenzy. It was a Facebook game extension to the Webkinz site. It was targeted more towards teens and adults. However, in 2014, the game shut down after not getting as much attention as the other games. First generation Webkinz. It was difficult pinpointing how many Webkinz are considered the first generation. However, I found this post that shows the original first 8 pets offered on Webkinz. Monkey and Monkey Show. The Monkey and Monkey Show is a channel on the Webkinz TVs. It is basically a kid-friendly comedy show. The Secret Chef. This is the cooking channel on the Webkinz TV. Chef Gazpacho hosts it and shares secret recipes. Winner Shows. This is the third channel on the Webkinz TV. I think it's supposed to showcase user-created movies made at Webkinz Studio. However, the only one that seems to play is a show called Root Beer by Dav with Vanilla. Factory Error Plushes. These are Webkinz plushes that have manufacturing errors on them. Some of these errors include more than one magic W, disoriented paws, and tag errors. Nefaria's Star Challenge. Nefaria's Star Challenge is where the bad fairy, Nefaria, appears on your screen and offers you prizes for your stars you found at Alyssa's Star Challenge. She has also been known to scam players out of their stars. The W Tales. The W Tales is the name of a book series that retells the backstories of Webkinz hosts. You can also check out W Tales in the newspaper. Male Fairies. The only male fairies in Webkinz are the fairies you click on in Woodland Wonders. You can also get Morgan Fairy if you get a certain family score. Loader Lounger. The Loader Lounger is a chair that shows up on the loading screen for rooms. That same chair is also sold at the curio shop. Building Kits. Building kits are the boxes you drag into your room to build a certain item. You need to ask friends to send you materials, almost like a mini challenge. Dicekins. Dicekins was a dice-based strategy game in Webkinz. I personally remember Jostle being yelled a lot in the game. It ended in 2012, however, according to Webkinz Wiki, there is still a link to Dicekins through the big button of kinzcash. Bamboo Break. Bamboo Break was essentially a bamboo version of Tetris. The game was removed in 2010 and is speculated to be because of copyright issues. Speak to Pet. This was an old feature where you could actually speak to your pet via kinzchat. Old gardening mechanics. Back in the day, when you grew some seeds, you would actually have to interact with your garden for them to grow. You could inspect, rake, water, dig, and harvest. Plants would actually die if not taken care of properly. Webkinz X actually removed this so you didn't have to interact at all with the plants to get harvests. Caring Valley. The Caring Valley was an extension of Webkinz Cares. If you planted 4 saplings on the Caring Valley map, you can get an enchanted tree. The Caring Valley was retired in 2013, however, you can still redeem Caring Valley codes for prizes. Blank feature codes. There isn't much info on this, however, they seem to refer to the rare instance that a feature code would not be printed on the code paper. I did find a Webkinz Insider photo with a faulty Webkinz Cares code, and a Facebook post confirming this. Sponsored event/items. Webkinz once in a blue moon, no pun intended, would have events and items connecting to real-life TV shows and movies. Some examples I can think of are Hop and the Smurf promotions. Quizzy's Wizkins. This was an old 2-player tournament arena game where players would answer trivia questions. It was mainly retired due to bugs from what I can find. Party Packs. Party Packs would allow you to throw parties in Webkinz with your friends. This consists of games, loot bags, and food. Party Packs were retired in 2020 due to technical glitches. My Page. The My Page was a way of creating a bio for yourself. You could show your favorite badges, games, and rooms. The Best of Kinztune CD. This was a CD released in 2010 and includes the most popular Pet of the Month songs and a feature code. Combo Packs. Varying in sizes, Webkinz combo packs typically combined multiple Webkinz pets, clothing, and even Kinz clips. Bald Plumpy. When the host Plumpy was originally designed, she looked more like the plush hippo Webkinz was selling, thus, she didn't have any hair. She has since had a makeover and has hair you can style at the Kinzville Academy. Kiwi Bird Medallion Incident. This actually happened fairly recently on midnight of Webkinz Day 2021. Players received a Webkinz Day gift box, and the medallion portion of the gift would open but not leave your dock. Many people assumed that it wasn't working and opened it several more times, before realizing it would actually give you unlimited Kiwi Bird medallions. Reactions ranged from panic to, oh boy, let's make an army of Kiwis. The aftermath of the incident mainly included some accounts who clearly took advantage of the glitch on Reddit being permanently banned. Some of these users were unbanned, but given a stern warning. And Gans as a company has never officially released a statement. Plumpy's Hairdresser. This is an arcade game you can only play if you complete level 10 of the hairstyling course at the Kinsville Academy. The arcade game is exactly like the hairstyling course, except you earn kinzcash. Griddling Gourmet. Speaking of the Kinsville Academy, let's talk Griddling Gourmet. This was the arcade game you can unlock at level 10 of the cooking class. It's similar to its Kinsville Academy counterpart, except you can also earn kinzcash. This is your first warning. It's not known what exactly triggers this pop-up, but it's nightmare fuel to say the least. Vacation Island Volcano. On the Vacation Island map, there's a volcano that you can't visit or learn more about. It's not known why this was in place or if it was planned to be a tourist site. It also used to be animated before Webkinz X, and we all know what happened with Webkinz X. Luck Dragon. The Luck Dragon was an unreleased pet from 2010. It was teased in the newspaper, but ultimately repurposed into the current Golden Deluxe Dragon. Wacky Logout Carnival. The Wacky Logout Carnival is something I have very fond memories of. It is a set of wacky-themed carnival games you can play when you log out once a day. Sponsor games. Sometimes when Webkinz World would partner with a sponsor, they would make spoofs of already existing games to theme it with the sponsor. Some examples include Hot Before Dark and Jesse Mix-Up, original Zumbuddy clips. Interestingly enough, Problematic Periwinkle Plum uploaded these to their YouTube channel. Some seem to be of repurposed as other sounds. Voice actor identities. According to this tweet, the creative director of Webkinz, Carl Borst, does the voice of Artie, Sheldon, and many others. Confirmed on an episode of Podkins, Sally Webkinz was revealed to voice Miss Cowline and Blanche from Smoothie Moves. Fake code generators. Back in the day, there were a ton of kids who wanted free Webkinz codes, and went to these websites to essentially guess codes. Unsurprisingly, these websites rarely worked. Scammers. There are a few different types of scammers. The most notable ones are the ones who sell codes and send a used code or don't send one at all. A recent example of this type of scammer is Love Atlantic and their many alts. Another type of scammer is the trade scammer. These people would kinspost trade and not send items they promised to send. Or, in the trading room, they would take back the good item and quickly place cheap food items in its place. Bans. Webkinz bans are strange and sometimes happen randomly. Most recently, people were banned for exploiting a glitch, specifically the Kiwi Medallion one. GANs has unclear criteria for bans, and there's a large gray area. Errors. This term is quite broad, but I'm assuming errors are referring to the coding glitches that don't get fixed for years, or Webkinz crashing due to connection issues. Artist identities. Doing some digging on Webkinz News, I found some videos of the lead artist named Maurizio doing drawing tutorials for Webkinz pets. I also found a Podkins episode description where they reveal artists named Mike and Eric. I don't want to reveal too much about them to give them privacy, however they all seem to be based in Canada. Cracker Barrel exclusives. GANs had certain Webkinz that they would only debut at Cracker Barrel. An example of this was the Tropical Island puppy. Webkinz Zazzle Store. Zazzle is an online store similar to Redbubble, where it sells customizable designs onto merchandise. Webkinz opened a Zazzle store around 2015 that is still around to this day, where they sell Webkinz themed merch. W Shop owner. It's claimed that Jerry the Frog owns the W Shop, however, I do have a theory that Tabby Von Meow owns or at least manages the W Shop because of the grocery clerk job. I'm actually working on that theory, focusing on her labor practices in psychology, so stay tuned. Concept art. Webkinz art goes through many stages before making the final cut. Concept art is basically art at its beginning stages. Wishing Well 1. Wishing Well 2 is very well known. However, have you ever wondered what happened to Wishing Well 1? Well, look no further than Webkinz Wiki, which shows screen grabs of the original. It bears a striking resemblance to slot machines, and it is thought to be the reason that the game got redesigned. Although GANs claimed it was redesigned to look more like a wishing well. I'll let you guys be the judge. Tulip Trouble 1. Unlike Wishing Well 1, Tulip Trouble 1 was updated to fix glitches, and most likely for the catchier name. Leaf Leaf. Leaf Leaf was an original game from 2005 and was the predecessor to Goober's Lab. It was a match 3 puzzle game with a leaf theme. Humans. In the Leaf Leaf game mentioned, there is an interesting human hand. It is not known whether Gans intended to implement humans or break the fourth wall more with the trainer-pet relationship. Other than that, humans don't show up in Webkinz. Zol. Zol is a tricky type Zum. You may be asking, why is Zol so far down? Well, Zol is unusual in the fact that the Zum made so many appearances outside of Zumware, despite not actually having a plush or virtual release. It's speculated that Zol was intended to be part of the first series of Zums, but was scrapped in favor of Zalo. Good Luck Dragon. The Good Luck Dragon is an unreleased pet from 2010. It is similar to the Luck Dragon, except it has a red and gray color scheme. Unreleased figures. Similar to unreleased pets, unreleased figures are Webkinz figures that didn't make the final cut. Rockers Backstage Pass. This was included when you adopted a Rockers pet. When opened, you could pick from a pool of prizes. Account Data Breach. Account data breaches occur when someone hacks into a secure area of the website and gets access to information not meant for the public. The most recent breach happened in 2020, where they had access to the login info of 23 million accounts. Cloud Corral. This was a Zum-themed mobile game that retired around the 2014-2015 era. There was not much known about why the game retired. Scrap Somebody species. Essentially, this refers to the concept art of Zums. In the Zumware patent document, there is a group of Zums called Hidden Zums. This Zum was speculated to be a part of the Scrap Zum species. However, this was later debunked by Leo Corvaris, the artist behind Zums. It was revealed to be a generic reference Zum with no name. Magical Forest Music. From what I've gathered, this is a glitch where all the Magical Forest music combined would play. It is similar to the audio glitches I've been experiencing on the mobile app. Mix and Match Trading Card Game. This was an old tournament arena game that featured trading cards. It is a simpler version of the trading card game, also once located in the tournament arena. The main difference is the mix and match element of the game. This seems to refer to the sets of cards built. The first player to collect 4 sets would win. Character families. Doing some digging on Webkinz Wiki, I found that Miss Birdie and Dr. Quack are married. PJ Collie has an older sister. Plumpy and Nimble are sisters. Cowabell Cowline is Miss Cowline's daughter. Wacky Zingos and Zacky Zingos are cousins. And Amanda Panda has 2 sisters and 2 brothers. Trading card prototype plushes. The third series of Webkinz trading cards would sometimes feature holographic cards with pictures of prototype pets. Holly Hopper Negative Reactions. Holly Hopper is a character in Webkinz Next that made some appearances in Webkinz Classic. The negative reaction comes from her strangely human-like appearance. Account Purge. In 2019, Gans announced that they were deleting inactive archived accounts. This meant if you haven't played for several years and you didn't try to retrieve your account would be permanently deleted. I personally had a 2008 era account that was confirmed to be deleted despite knowing the username and password. Inappropriate pet names. Where do I start with this? Basically, Webkinz filters are very strange. I heard users complaining about trying to name their pet Virginia, but the censor not allowing them because it sounded like a certain female body part. There have been dozens of screenshots of these pet names that somehow make the filters. I've also heard of some users having Gans change their offensive pet name to something more vanilla, such as Fluffy. It's like knowing a Mike IRL. If you don't know or have some variety of Fluffy, you haven't been playing long enough. Broken clothing. I'm assuming this is referring to clothing that doesn't fit correctly on certain pets. My personal favorite is putting on a tank top on a hamster and putting a dress on a kiwi bird. Webkinz Foundation. The Webkinz Foundation is the place where donation money from Webkinz Cares went. According to this article on Webkinz News, the Webkinz Foundation donated to Save a Child's Heart, Make-A-Wish Foundation, Free the Children, and many more. SWF Directory. SWF files, or shockwave files, are smaller files that hold animations. Webkinz, like many other Flash games, utilize these. Some of these files include sound effects and graphics. Unfiltered Webkinz Studio Movies. These are exactly like Webkinz Studio Movies, except without the filter. I remember hearing a while back that when Webkinz Studio first came out, there was apparently no chat filter. I think you can imagine why there's chat filter now. Cancelled Flamingo. The flamingo was a pet that was designed and made into prototypes, but ultimately never made it to the final cut. Interestingly enough, Sally Webkinz apparently owns a prototype flamingo. I'm actually surprised they never implemented this into the game, as I probably would have gotten one. Miss Birdie reverse aging. I think this is referring to Miss Birdie's makeover and how she looks younger than her original model. However, I just think she had plastic surgery provided by her hubby, Dr. Quack. Cancelled lobster. The cancelled lobster is another prototype pet that never officially made it into the game. Again, it's not known why they didn't go with the lobster. Now that I say that, it does sound like I ordered something from a restaurant. Webkinz t-shirt creator. This was a part of the website where you could customize a Webkinz themed t-shirt to order the IRL version. Looking back, this seems to be the predecessor to their Zazzle store. Mr. Cowline. There is no documentation on who Cowbell's father is and who Mr. Cowline is. Skull cap. This is just an unreleased clothing item. Saint Short Attention Spans Skirt. Well, that was a mouthful. This was apparently a glitch that occurred at the Kinstyle shop and costed 99,999 kinzcash. But hey, it was 10% off. Early patent documents. There are so many patent documents out there for Webkinz. However, I think this one in particular refers to the one filed in 2004. The photos show the beta version of Webkinz World and has some interesting diagrams, to say the least. Artie's sister. On Webkinz Wiki, it is said that Artie has an unnamed sister. Some believe that her son is Sparky Fact, but if that were the case, that would mean she kept her maiden name, and then he somehow took on her name. Other than that, there is not much known about this unnamed sister. Separating pets from hosts. Honestly, thinking about it, hosts and pets are animals. The only real difference seems to be age and height. The hosts are more human-like in nature, where the pets are more animal-like. Inventing trophy. According to Webkinz News, the Inventing Challenge was initially supposed to be a competition in the Webkinz Stadium. However, it was deemed too similar to the cooking competition and ultimately scrapped. Character NPCs are actually just items. Think about it. What happens when you click on a host character in a room? You receive an item. What happens when you mail them? They send you the same letter or items. Early Artie design. Artie was initially designed to be an archaeologist version of Miss Cowline. However, the team wanted Artie to be more adventurous and rugged, thus current Artie. Goober and Wacky share the same voice actor. It was revealed in Goober's Doodles card that he and Wacky have the same voice actor. Blob Wars. Blob Wars refers to a dupe game of Zingo's Switcheroos. It is apparently listed in the Webkinz SWF directory. Googles did not originate from Webkinz. On Webkinz Wiki, there is mention that Googles were actually introduced as part of a plush series by Gans in the 1980s. Master Care Trophy. This is an unreleased trophy that features Miss Birdie. It's not known what the trophy is given out for, and supposedly only one person was awarded it. US patent numbers 7,425,169, 7,442,108, 7,465,212, 7,534,157. These patent numbers are listed on the Zumbuddy tags. Interestingly enough, the patent numbers for the documents relating to Zumware does not match any of these numbers. Looking at these patent numbers through Google Patents, these documents seem to mostly relate to adoption codes. Cancelled Dolphin. This is yet another Webkinz that was made into prototypes but did not make the final cut. Honestly, this isn't the most aesthetically pleasing looking plush. Sir Reinhold is a self-insert of Karl Borst. Basically, Sir Reinhold is Plumpy's husband in-game. As it turns out, fact is the exact same as fiction. I found a tweet on Karl Borst's Twitter account confirming this. Honestly, this is both mind-blowing and adorable at the same time. January to March 2009 Kinztune music videos. We all know the Kinztune music videos that arrived from April 2009 to December 2011. However, are you wondering about the January to March 2009 music videos? Well, apparently in the SWF directory for the music videos, it starts at the number 4 rather than 1, 2, or 3. This most likely correlates with the months and hints at possible music videos planned for the Bulldog, the Googles, and the Yorkie. Zol was originally planned to release as a part of the Series 1 Zum Buddies. As I mentioned earlier, in the Zumware section of the SWF file directory, Zol is the icon for the tricky type Zums rather than Zalo, which suggests that Zol was planned to be a part of the first series. Cancelled Bat. This is referring to a prototype pet that was just made into a drawing in a patent document. The design is a bit silly looking and was scrapped in favor of the 2008 bat. The disappearance of Debbie Dragon. As I mentioned way earlier, Debbie Dragon worked at the travel agency where you could buy Vacation Island tickets. Around the time when Deluxe members would have unlimited access to the Vacation Island, she was removed as a host and as a buddy. Gans basically retired her as a host because there was no need for a travel agency. However, she has made appearances in a Webkinz desktop ad and as a Webkinz Stadium judge. Miss Biscuit's human-like design. In case you haven't noticed, Miss Biscuits, no, not that one, this one is strangely human-like. It's not known if these two are the same host or if the name Miss Biscuits is common. Deleted SWFs. In the SWF directory, there are some files that get deleted or lost. Gans sometimes will remove files that haven't been used in a while. These also seem to be the files of unreleased concept art or animations. Kinztoon's hidden storyboards. Webkinz News actually reveals several storyboards of music videos such as Tiger Tiger and It's a Beautiful Day. Miniclip Minigolf. This is a Miniclip minigolf game that appears to be the inspiration for Webkinz Minigolf. In case you've been under a rock for the last 20 years, Miniclip is a site that features mainly Flash minigames. You might be wondering if there were any copyright issues with this, but there actually weren't because Electrotank, the game's developers, actually helped Gans develop the Webkinz version. Webkinz Minigolf Humans. I'm assuming this relates to the creators behind Miniclip Minigolf, helping Gans create the Webkinz version of it. The Miniclip version does indeed feature humans. Dr. Quack was removed because pet sickness was being removed. In 2015, Dr. Quack and Goober collaborated on a way to eliminate pet sickness. If you didn't play prior to Webkinz X, pets would actually become sick if not taken care of properly, and you'd have to take them to get medicine at Dr. Quack's. Since they somehow eliminated sickness, this begs the question of ethical experimentation. Early 3D concept models. This seems to refer to drawings and patent documents. The majority of the pictures in the patent documents are either 2D or a chart. Here's concept art for an early Clubhouse NPC, an early Fairy Falls design, and Webkinz Next concept art. This horse drawing also seems to show up in a lot of Webkinz patent documents, so I'm guessing that's worth mentioning. 2003 beta. On Wayback Machine, the earliest screenshot is from August of 2004. In the patent documents, there is a 2004 beta. This mostly seems to resemble the 2005 model of Webkinz, except for the Webkinz newspaper being called the Webkinz Gazette. Gans Worker Crunch. The only record I found of this is a comment on Reddit by a former Webkinz developer. A user asked what their job was like working for Gans, prompting this comment. The Redditor claims that the job entailed long hours, low pay, and no major holidays off. Poor customer care. This seems to refer to the main issues with Gans in terms of customer service. For starters, they don't even have a phone number. They have an email, but take forever to respond, and sometimes don't respond past the automated message. They also have been known to ignore major glitches in the game, leaving them unfixed. Some examples of this include Magic Mire taking too long to function properly, TVs not working properly in homes, the time machine being unusable, and the Funky Girl lamp. Webkinz not caring about their own content becoming lost media. Gans has been known to delete or not back up SWF files. These SWF files preserve Webkinz, and Gans not backing them up or deleting them suggests that they aren't concerned with their content becoming lost media. And finally, Webkinz supports Autism Speaks. Webkinz actually does support Autism Speaks. I found a Facebook post from Autism Speaks seemingly confirming this. Webkinz also follows them on Twitter. If If you're not aware, Autism Speaks has come under fire in recent years for treating autism as a disease, providing more for families of autistic people rather than for autistic people themselves, and not embracing neurodiversity. While the Caring Valley isn't a thing anymore, Gans still follows Autism Speaks on Twitter, suggesting that their stance on the controversial organization hasn't changed. Alright, that's the bottom of the iceberg. I hope you enjoyed the extensive research I put into the video. I couldn't have done it without my homies in the Webkinz Research Discord server. If you want to see me ramble more about Webkinz, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!